What's going on, beautiful party people? It's the greatest rapper in all of known existence, your boy, JusJrdn here with Rapper Reacts. And today, for the first time, I'm going to be watching Frank Sinatra My Way live at Madison Square Garden, New York City, 1974. But there's a caveat, this is a 2019 edit. So interesting. So, I've obviously have heard Frank Sinatra before. Uh, but I've never seen any of his footage of him singing live, actually. So this will be my very first time in that regard. Um, Another thing is, you know, I've been a musician now for, over a decade. I just dropped my, hold on. Hold on. I just dropped my vinyl album, Olympus. Only 1,000 of these ever going to be made, hand numbered by me. Get yours today. Anyways, uh, But why I say all of that is I listen to music much differently than I listened to music 10 years ago, I've learned a lot about sound and sound design and mixing and mastering and songwriting, and I'm still continuously learning. And so even some of these old songs or songs that I've listened to, I I do these videos where I sit down and I really pay attention to them, and it's pretty incredible, and it is really like hearing these songs for the first time, if that makes sense. Anyways, it's been I say that to say I don't think I've ever heard a live version of Frank Sinatra. I've never heard, but I've heard this song before, and I've heard many covers of this song, so it will be very interesting to sit down and listen to this. So that's what we're gonna do. Please. And I know a little bit about Frank Sinatra. I know, there was the Rat Pack, and that also goes to, maybe I should dive more into the Rat Pack tune too. I don't know too much of all those guys. Hmm. This might actually open up a pretty crazy rabbit hole. Let's dive into this. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you know about Frank, all that good jazz. And if I do pick your suggestion as to what I should react to next, I'll shut you out in the video. Okay, without further ado, three, two, one.
We will now do the national anthem, but you needn't rise. And now the end is near,
What a voice, man.
and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll make it clear,
Wow.
I'll state my case,
This is how he's
of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, traveled each and every highway, and more than this, I did it my way. Regrets,
so cool,
I
man.
had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I guess you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. And with it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up, then spit it out.
Ugh.
I grew tall through it all. fill my share of losing. But now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way. No, no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you very much. You've been marvelous.
You've been marvelous. Wow. And that's I'm glad we got to see that shot at the very end too, because that's what I was really hoping for was like this shot. I was like, man, he's on this little platform in Madison Square Garden. I was like, maybe it looked different back then. No, it's still huge, and he's just on a little platform. There's just that many people there to see him, and he's just on a little stage with an orchestra behind him. That's crazy. That voice. He Frank Sinatra is one of the artist that just has such a distinguished voice, you know, it's just as soon as he starts singing, it's Frank Sinatra and you know it. My Way, again, and I don't say again, because I don't say this very often, but I do say this on the channel. This is one of the greatest songs, in my opinion, ever written in the history of ever. You know, a song like this is timeless, will be played for forever. People will go back in my way. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. It's touching. What a just a Frank Sinatra got such a swagger, you know. It's even the way he's singing it, just the little modifications he has where uh you know, in the recording there's of this song, if I remember correctly, and did it my way. Regrets, I had a few, but then again, too few to men. Anyways, he's singing in the live in this version right here. He really shortened a lot of those phrases, maybe because his vocal cords. I assume this is towards the end of the concert. You know, you can tell that his vocals are probably a little tired, a little exhausted because he was shortening up the phrases quite a bit, which is interesting. But he's got a swagger to him where it's cool. I did it. And then he just paused my way. You know, it's just like, this guy is a G. You know, he's got a swagger and it's so expressive. And then, you know, as this track is cool because it builds up and then so beautifully drops off into the verse and then it builds back up. I did it my way. And it's beautiful and it's huge and it's yeah, my opinion, one of the greatest songs of all time. Um, yeah, let me know, you know, I feel like there's some iconic things that I must not know about Frank Sinatra, and, you know, the Rat Pack and stuff. I don't know too much about them, and maybe this will be a because I think that's like Dean Martin and stuff, right? Yeah, I'm not super well versed, but that's why I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, this rap is so ignorant." No, bro, I just know music from other stuff, and this channel is a way for me to learn and explore more with y'all, you know? It's so funny. People will watch this video and be like, "I can't believe you've never heard this song before." It's ironic because they're watching me listen to the song. So by the time you type it, I've already heard the song, you know? It's so fun. It's just the irony is hilarious. Anyways, that's not the point. Wonderful song, incredible performance. Obviously, very interesting man. But I'm gonna leave it there. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you really want to support the channel, pick up one of these on my website now. Link in the description below. I've been the greatest rapper, and I've known this is your boy Just Jordan here with Rapper Reacts. More love, more success to y'all.